guys, James Wilson-Taylor here for Rock Sound. We are backstage at Slam Dunk Festival 2024, You Me at 6, of course, headlining the event. Josh joins me now. How are you, man?
Good, how are you?
Not too bad. Last night was outrageous. Let's start with that. I imagine you're probably still kind of processing it. It was a big, big moment, man. How are you feeling about it?
Yeah, good, really good. It was lovely just to have loads of family and friends there. Caught up with a lot of people I haven't seen for quite some time as well. The bands I haven't seen for a while, so yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I mean, also just the most ridiculous set list. I can get into set list spoilers now because by the time people see this, it'll be done. But my God, opening with Save It for the Bedroom. Straight into Reckless.
Yeah.
Bit of Kiss and Tell, why not? Let's throw that. I mean, come on. It was just ridiculous. Like, tell me about actually putting together the set list because it feels like, yeah, you were really thinking, let's hit a little bit of every era in this one, right?
Yeah, I think it was really important for us to kind of acknowledge that our relationship with Slam Dunk kind of mirrors the band's kind of trajectory and growth in that sense. So like starting with Save It for the Bedroom, I think was the song we ended our first ever Slam Dunk appearance with. So it's sort of like, for us it was quite a seminal thing to have that. We felt that was the perfect lift off for the show.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just, for us, as I said, it was like we just wanted to put something together which just represented the band's history in that sense. It wasn't really the set list wasn't like with us in mind. It was about like, right, if I was a You Me 6 fan at Slam Dunk, what would I want to hear?
Oh yeah.
And that's kind of what we tried to put together. So.
Yeah, definitely helpful. A couple of great guests on there as well. I mean, Sean coming out is always great fun, and that's like the reaction was so great. Always great to hear that one live in there. But also your sister coming out was such a lovely, beautiful moment as well. Like, talk to me about those. But like, again, picking those guests where you know that I guess it's going to be a very special moment for yourself. But also, the Slam Dunk crowd are going to go nuts when they hear those particular songs, aren't they?
Yeah, no, it's lovely. I mean, obviously, Sean, has been a great friend of ours for many years. So it's always lovely doing anything collaborative with him in whatever capacity that looks like. And with Elissa, like, she's my sister and she's a great performer. And it was we just thought it was a cool opportunity to do that song together, potentially for the last time. So it felt kind of a great setting for it to happen at Slam Dunk, for sure.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I'm glad we're chatting up here at Leeds because obviously in our last conversation for the mag, we really kind of talked about how formative this city really was for the band in so many ways. Obviously there's the Slam Dunk connection there, but all those gigs at the Cockpit, all those kind of time spent up here, this feels really appropriate that you get to your last festival headliner in Leeds, right?
Absolutely. I feel like this will go down in infamy in terms of You Me at 6 shows playing somewhere in which we did our first festival, obviously all those years ago at the Refectory University with a real Big Fish and Paramore and whatever. But it's a very special moment for us. It's a great day for us, and I feel like I always feel very lucky that this community has been very responsive and very willing to like take us in and have us be part of their thing. So it's going to be a great night. And just hopefully go out with a bang.
Absolutely. Well, the secret's out as well. Let's talk about the tour, shall we? I mean, my God, it could only ever end at Wembley, couldn't it? It was like the most appropriate one. It's like, of course, that's the final night. Again, I feel like for the rest of it as well, though, you've ticked off a load of venues that I know you love playing. Like, if it's Glasgow, it's got to be the Barrows, hasn't it? Like, it just makes sense, right? I mean, that definitely seems to be the way with it, but you must be so excited to see the reaction already to these final days. People seem hyped to see like just how much you're doing as well. You're coming around properly. It's great.
Yeah, we'll go. I think my hope is that the tour does well. We can add loads more other stuff. I'd like to go and play some more regional shows.
Yeah, great.
But yeah, we kind of have to go by the logic of the promoter in that sense. But no, look, for us, it's just about trying to, as I said to you before, like, go through as many places as we can on this run and celebrate the lifespan of the band. But yeah, there's going to be some pretty what's the word I'm looking for? Just some special nights like the Apollo in Manchester. We've had some great nights there. Barrowlands as well, and Wembley for the final night of 6. We just thought did the final night of Sin there, we should probably do the final night of 6 there. So it feels appropriate, like you say. And
feels very, very appropriate. Yeah. I mean, obviously months to go at this point, but what kind of stage you're at in terms of you must have ideas of what you want to do with those final shows, right? In terms of both production, but also I'm sure there's more songs you want to dig out from the catalogue, all that kind of thing.
Absolutely. I think for us it's just we're gonna sit down over the summer because we're not really. It's our first summer off in literally 20 years.
Man.
So like,
crazy.
It's the first summer where I'm not having to like reference the band diaries if I can go on holiday or what, which is both equally confronting and exciting at the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think our plan is to have like sort of 10-15 songs that are just there that we can just every night just swap stuff in and out.
Oh, nice.
So we'll have like a spine of the tour, but then we want to, you know, have like 40-50 songs rehearsed so we can like do something there. There's loads of songs that, you know, we don't want just the slow moments in the set to be Always Take on the World or Stay With Me or No One's a Better. Like, we'd like to do Fireworks, Crash, some other tunes like that. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of I think there'll be a lot of like push and pull, I think, internally, like, I want to play this. We're like, well, okay, we're doing 2 nights in Manchester, so about tonight we do the stuff I want to do, tomorrow we do the stuff you want to do. But yeah, that's the charm of doing the multiple nights in theatres versus, you know, we didn't really want to go into like big arena settings. We didn't really feel that's what this was about. It's a communal sing-along. Like, we're not really going into like blow people's minds with production and like some huge elaborate over-the-top show. Like, it's not going to be that. It's going to be very sort of like, it's not going to be a backdrop and some floor lights, but it is going to be probably more in the scale of what we've been doing at Slam Dunk.
Okay, cool.
And then Wembley, we're looking at Wembley as its own entity entirely, and we'll just blow our beans at Wembley big time. Just chuck it all.
It's the party night.
All on Wembley. All the productions going there. So, but I'm really excited about that because I feel like, yeah, Wembley or bust, exactly.
Yeah,
but I feel like that show again it's reminding me of the energy around the Final Night of Sin. Yeah. Where like I've already seen so many comments, people like, right, I'm flying in from here, I'm gonna travel down from here. I feel like if you're a U-Music fan, to be there is kind of almost just as important as seeing the show in your hometown. Or at least that's the feedback I'm seeing, but I'm just looking forward to doing it. And
man, it's so exciting. We should quickly mention as well before that, of course, going over to the US, and I mean, talk about a night out. You guys and Shikari and yours truly opening it up. That is a lineup, but it's got to be so nice to be heading out on a run like that with a band that are just such old friends of yours and everything as well. Just such a great little pairing there.
Totally. I mean, I think I hope I'm not crossing the line by saying this, but I think both bands are have always had like an on-off relationship of going over to America and touring there extensively. And so when the idea came up, it was like, for us, it was the perfect synergy, us and them going out and having fun. And of course, yours truly, a band that we know very well and are fans of. So I think, all in all, yeah, it'll be a great night out. Australia, we're doing with Holding Absence, which would be super cool. And I think for the UK tour, like, people should know that it's not going to be the same 1 or 2 bands the whole tour. We're going to have like a whole array of
that's great.
People are going to bring out loads of friends, loads of new bands, old bands, whatever. We're just going to like spread it out across like 10-15 people. So
I love that, man. Well, I mean, we've been asking like everyone, like we're doing that standard festival question of like the dream collab on the lineup. I'll spare you that one because obviously it's wrapping up here, but I want to know, who are the new bands this weekend you've actually been really excited about? I know you're always keeping an eye on what's going on, so like who are the acts you've been into?
They're not playing Slam Dunk, but I'm really into Mouth Culture.
Oh yeah, great band.
They're really, really cool.
Cool.
We're playing a show in Brighton, so I went and hung out, and it's I know they're like they said themselves they're big Yumi fans, but like they've got that thing that a band for me needs to have that I find really exciting, which is that sort of like absolute enthusiasm and love for it and commitment in a way that, like, I don't know, I see a lot of us in them. I see a lot of like the characteristics and attributes that I've always enjoyed in other bands in them. I think they're really exciting. Honey Revenge.
Oh, mate.
I think they're really cool. We met them earlier.
Oh, man, Devon's such a fan, dude.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
Okay.
No, genuinely, like,
really
you. Well, if she didn't say, I hope I'm not overstepping the line, I apologise then, but like, genuinely, I think Yumi are probably a favourite band of all time. So that's really
cool.
Sweet you shout about that.
Yeah,
that's great.
no, our friend Dee Dee is their agent. So
amazing.
He put me onto them. But yeah, they're cool. And I guess like for me, like this weekend was about seeing like Ghost Inside, We the Kings, the Blackout. Saw a bit of Boys Like Girls earlier. They were really cool.
That was fun.
I mean, we did our first ever like big tour with them and Fall Out Boy back in the day, so it was cool to see them. But yeah, I think there's a lot of. I think that's the reason for the UK run wanting to take out lots of bands is that it's an opportunity for us to pass on the baton and like kind of
sure.
promote new bands or bands that have been around for a hot minute but really need people's attention. So that's kind of our objective, if you like, our manifesto for that. So yeah, I think it will be a nice pool of new and kind of long in the teeth bands as well.
Well, I said this in my chat with Sean earlier. It's just been so nice that you guys have been such a staple of the scene in the UK for so long, and when others maybe kind of faded away or took a moment away or whatever, you've absolutely kept that flame alive. So to see you guys actually being able to shout out not just new bands, but yes, some of your contemporaries, so good seeing like Mallory Knox back and everything as well, the Blackout and all these kind of bands. Yeah, it's great to kind of have you guys be able there to kind of lead the charge here on this final Blackout and celebrate in the right way. Like I said to you before, it's rarefied air that a band gets to decide how they call it a day. Do you know what I mean? That's got to feel still like quite a privilege to be able to do it this way.
Absolutely, and I think when we've spoken about it before, that's kind of always been in the back of our minds, is that sometimes it's harder to walk away from something that you know feels really good and that you care about, and that is in the position that it's in. But also for the I guess not legacy, but maybe legacy of the band. Like, I want this band to be remembered in a really like flattering light, and I just feel that, you know, we'd have nothing left to say.
Yeah, sure.
And I don't want to be putting out records that feel tired or whatever. And look, you never know with these sort of things. As I said before, like, we're very much the opinion this is it and we're walking away from it, but there's so many circumstances which could happen which would just absolutely have to pull us back in together. But sure. I hope those things don't happen, because that means that someone's having a shit time and they need the band. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to celebrating what has been really like truly probably the most odds against sort of setup, working for this long, and yeah, I'm glad that I couldn't have done it with 4 other people that I would have preferred to have done it with. So yeah, it's been wicked. Yeah,
forgive the pun, the underdogs are winning. You know
exactly.
what I mean? It's
there
nice.
You go.
It's
That's
a nice
it.
finish. It's all good. Josh, it's always so great to see you. Have a great show tonight. Cannot wait for this tour. We'll catch up again soon, all right?
Thank you, dude. Appreciate
Good
your time,
to see
man.
you,
Thanks
buddy. Right. Josh, everybody.